Hello, everybody. It's great to be here. Great to have you here. Welcome to Sunday with Silvers. That's me, John Silvers. And yeah, so nice to have you here. I'm going blue on dark blue today. And there's a story behind this shirt. Um, it's kind of shiny, as you can see. I wore it today, or actually yesterday, to the NAM show. If you've never heard of the NAM show before, it's uh, it's I believe it stands for the National Association of Music Merchants, NAM. Yeah, it's like Yamaha, Fender, uh, and all the big music companies that make musical instruments, as well as the smaller ones from all over the place. Everything from drums to horns to violins to keyboards to you name it, and DJ equipment. And it's a big fun thing to go to, and I'm grateful that I've been able to go the last couple of years. And the reason I'm mentioning this shirt is because um, as I'm putting myself out there into the world as a musician, which is, I've been writing songs for almost 50 years now, but I've never really put them out for people to hear, not in a big way, other than just friends and family at parties and things like that. And I wore this shirt at a performance, and I put that performance up online as a way to kind of generate some interest in my music. And I actually played a song. I'll play it for you now. Let me grab my guitar here. I'm actually going to turn down this light a little bit because I look pretty pale in this light here. So let's see. We'll turn this down a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit better. So in this video that I posted, I played a song called Grace. It goes like this. What are you on this planet for? What are you on this planet for? What are you on this planet for? Will you bring love? Will you bring war? What are you on this planet for? What are you on this planet for? What are you on this planet for? What did you learn the time before? And what are you here to re-explore? What are you on this planet for? Oh, did you bring us love? Oh, there's never too much love. Spirit is calling you to uplift the human race. So begin with a smile upon your face and fill the world with grace. Anyway, that's just part of the song Grace. And I played the song and had a lot of people singing along. And so the video has me on a big stage with a bunch of people in the audience. You can't really see the audience. And at one point I say, "Hey, everybody want to sing along?" And people start singing. And it was a great moment. I think for all of us, myself, I can speak for myself, but I think the audience really, really loved it. And I posted it for to, as I said, to get some people to know who I am and to know that I make music and maybe be interested in it a little bit. And and so it's so funny because as I put myself out there, and I know this because I've heard it before, but until you experience it, it's really, you don't really get the impact of it. But when you put yourself out there, or I'm going to speak for myself, when I put myself out there in the world of the internet, I invite people to say they like it, but I also invite people to say they don't like it. And while I can say that I was aware in advance that that would be the case, I just notice how I react when I get negative comments. Um, I've gotten, positive comments. I've had, almost 1,000 people watch this video, and not a lot of comments necessarily. And there are a couple hearts, which are nice and make me feel good, and the whole thing. And then there's some people saying, "Oh, love your voice," and all this stuff, and it makes you feel good. And then there's a couple that are like, "Wow, that outfit doesn't match the kind of music you're playing." Well, okay, and are they trying to be nice? Are they criticizing me? And why do I care? I mean, that's the bottom line. And the fact of the matter is, I do care because I want people to like me. I think that's a very common, natural thing as a human being, is we want people to like us. And I've always heard, and I understand even more so now, that when I'm putting myself out there, there was another person that made a comment that just said one word. It was ouch. And I'm like, okay, ouch is not usually something that you say when you like something. So my guess is this person probably listened to the clip and really didn't like it. So they said, ouch. But I could focus on that. I could focus on that and, be down on myself, say, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, well, I haven't, I've never done this before. And this is the reason why, because people are never going to like it and all this stuff. And it's easy to go into that kind of talk in my head. And I have to stick to that. I believe that what I'm sharing has value. It's not going to have value for everybody. It's not. I mean, there's no artist out there that everybody likes. There's always people that love an artist and certain people that hate that very same artist, or anywhere in between. And so just to kind of have that experience of people saying things that seemingly negative, and it's not so much about the fact that they're saying it. It's more about, for me, is like, how am I going to take that? What am I going to do? Now, I could just say, well, I'm just going to focus on the good comments and the comments where they love me. And that feels better. I'm not going to lie. It does, to kind of like say, well, I'm not going to focus on that. I even have a mentor who mentioned having what he calls a smile file, where he just takes all comments from people who are commenting on his work. He does something different a little bit, but creating a file with all the emails or all the messages that he's received of people that are love him and love what he's doing. And then every time he kind of feels down because somebody's criticized him or made some negative comment, he'll go to that smile file and read positive things that have been said. And I think that's valuable, I should say. I do think it is valuable, and I like that. However, I also like the idea of being able to not be overly connected to praise as much as what's the opposite of praise? Put down, or whatever it might be, and trying to really stay in love for myself, loving who I am and what I have to offer, because I believe it has value, and I know it has value regardless of what other people think, even if they love it. I mean, I want people to like it. Don't get me wrong. My ego wants that. My heart wants that. My career wants that. And so it's a tricky kind of thing to negotiate. So when somebody tells me, "Oh, this shirt doesn't match," and I don't think it goes with this background as I look at it, but whatever. That's not the point. The point is that if I'm going to let other people's opinions sway how I feel about myself as a person, or as what I have to offer, then I'm doing myself a disservice. And I mean, it sounds maybe egotistical, but I think I'm doing the world a disservice by not sharing the things that I've created and the things that I want to share. And I feel the same way for you. If you have things that you want to share, things that are important to you, things that you have created that you want to put out into the world for other people, know that if you have positive or negative feedback, that's not the determining factor as to whether or not it has value. If you feel it has value and you're being a positive person in this world, you're being a person who is trying to help the world and the people of this world have a better experience of living, then it has value, even if it's just to one person. So I encourage you to wear that shiny blue shirt or the equivalent for yourself. Whatever it takes to be able to just be yourself and know that who you are matters, and that's a good thing. So I'm saying that for you, but I'm saying that for myself as well. Um, it kind of reminds me of the Shakespeare most famous piece of writing in Shakespeare, where Hamlet says, "To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep no more. And by a sleep, we say to end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of disprized love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience doth make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment with this regard, their currents turn awry and lose the name of action. Wow, that's a mouthful. Beautiful writing, Shakespeare. Yeah, that's from Hamlet. I'm sure you know that. He's talking about a lot of stuff. I mean, I guess you could interpret it any way you want, but you know, in my case, I'm relating that, at least as far as this moment is concerned, to be or not to be. That's the question. Should I go on putting myself out there in the world, knowing that I may have people who, react negatively, or should I not? And cower back and go, oh, I don't want anybody to dislike me. I don't want to hear negative things. No, if I'm going to put myself out there, I'm going to hear all of it. So it comes back to what I was saying is, how am I going to relate to it? So I wish you a great journey regarding all of that in your life, because I know we all have something of value to put out there and to share. And I encourage you to do that, and to be proud of yourself for doing it. What can I play for you? This is a song I wrote a long time ago. I don't even think I can sing it anymore, but I'll try. Like a vision you came through my open window. Like a white dove you landed right by my side. Whispered softly, there's nothing to be afraid of. Took my hand and you taught me how to fly. I don't know where you came from, and I wonder where you've been. All that really matters is that you are here with me now. And I don't want to stop myself from having a head-on collision with love. Had to modify the melody a little bit so I could sing it. I'm no longer scared of the darkness. You've shown me it's only the absence of light. I'm no longer blinded since you've come to me and given me sight. You opened my eyes to the universe when I gave my heart to you. You filled my life with splendor and the vision of all that is true. And I don't want to stop myself from having a head-on collision with love. I used to go way up high in my falsetto with that one. Anybody that's known me for a while may have heard that song in the past. And I would go, ah. I don't know if I still have that in my voice. I'm 62. I'll try. I'll rehearse it and see if I can actually do it the way it was originally written. But for whatever reason, that song came to me in the moment. Head on collision with love. You know, just want us to all have that. It sounds like maybe uh, a bad thing because we think of head on collision as a crash, but crashing into love is and just letting go into it is a powerful thing. So I wish you great love in your life and hope you come back and share more time with me on Sunday with Silvers. I hope this was enjoyable for you. I know I had a good time and I look forward to seeing you soon. And I keep saying this, at some point, I'm going to take live requests for song titles and then pick one of those titles and come back the following week with a song written around that title. And it might be the one you throw in there. So you can come back the following week and see if I wrote a song with your title. So thank you so much for being here. Love to you all. Bye for now.